Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel. On my channel, I talk a lot about trauma and growth and mindset and basically just the healing that goes on with that. I like to talk more about, I guess, the taboo-like subjects that I feel like a lot of people don't really feel comfortable diving into, so I do like to preface this with a trigger warning. If you are not in the mood or not able to talk about really heavy stuff, then this may not be the video for you. With that being said, what I do is I will talk about this stuff in hopes to inspire people to remember how to heal themselves with new tools, new mindsets, new perspectives, practices, things like that. Let's jump right into it. Ways that I have helped my anxiety personally. I'm gonna leave out the basics, exercise, eat healthy, drink water. I'm gonna leave out the things that I feel like are pretty generic, and I'm gonna jump into the meat and potatoes of what I really got value from in helping my anxiety, because I used to be riddled with anxiety. Like, I would just have the worst panic attacks, and I am diagnosed with anxiety, OCD, and they're very uncomfortable to experience if you have experienced them. So in the midst of anxiety and in the middle of a panic attack, I don't really necessarily recommend doing these things. These are more of practices that you can add to your day-to-day life. And yes, they might help in the middle of a panic attack, but a lot of times I found that once it's going, you gotta let it run its course. You gotta just let it pass, because it's a big part of it is allowing what you're feeling and surrendering to what you feel, and really looking at the anxiety and saying, I accept you, I'm listening, what do you have to say? So number one, practice observing your thoughts. Become the observer of what you think and what you feel and what you see, rather than the reactor. Don't get so swallowed up in the emotions of what you're feeling and experiencing, and observe what you feel and actually become the observer of that instead of being consumed by it. One way to practice this consistently to get your brain into an automatic way of doing that is meditation. If you consistently meditate and consistently practice observing your thoughts rather than having your thoughts just run your life, your thoughts and your feelings and your beliefs, then that observation and that simple awareness is everything. It's key. And there's lots of ways to meditate. It's not just sitting silent. It's not always that. Like, yes, that's a great way to meditate, but there's movement meditation, there's walking meditation, there's a whole make entire video on meditation. Journaling is a great way to become aware of your thoughts and how you feel. Therapy really helps. All right, but my next main point. Hear a lot of people talk about how, I just wasted the whole day crying, and I've been, wasting my day just crying all morning and blah, blah, blah. But it's not wasting. Let's shift that mindset. Let's shift that perspective and view it as what it really is, which is when you're having an anxiety attack, when you're having a panic attack, when you're crying, when you're having these visceral physical experiences that help you release these emotions, it's productive to help your body release this cortisol, which is the stress hormone. You feel that anxiety, it's cortisol. When you cry, when you shake, when you have panic attacks, it's being released through your body. And that's healthy, that's productive, that's good. It might feel uncomfortable, but we can do hard things, and there's things we can do to make it more comfortable. And it's okay. And it's okay to not be okay. And it's important to feel these things and to allow yourself to feel them without guilt or shame. And leading me to my third point, I've already kind of touched on it, acceptance and surrendering. It won't last forever. Accept what you're feeling. It's okay to feel what you feel. Life is meant to be, the purpose of life in a lot of ways is to live. It's to experience, okay? To have fun, to live your life to the fullest, And one way we do that is by feeling our feelings. We feel passion, and we feel despair, and we feel sadness, and we feel happiness. When you're watching a movie, all those scenes are big parts of the movie. And sometimes things aren't necessarily good nor bad, they just are. And once you accept that that's the way things are, and you surrender to it, you're able to not look at life through this victim mindset. So remember that it's good to process your emotions in a safe environment. I used to ask my therapist, I would be like, why would I bring all this up again and start telling you my trauma and crying and get all worked up? What is the point in it? Why don't we just not talk about it? I'm not trying to sound like mean, like it's a genuine question. Like, why do we need to talk about it? And the way that he put it to me made a lot of sense. When I tell these stories and I relive this trauma in a safe environment where I'm able to productively express and feel these emotions that I was not able to to process at the time of the trauma, especially things that happened in my childhood. I'm now able to relive it and process it as an adult so that I can release these experiences and move on. And that is some powerful stuff. Once you know why you're doing something, it becomes much easier to discipline yourself to keep doing it. So that's why I'm making this video. I really want people to know why would I meditate? Why would I sit here in my head in silence for 5 minutes, 2 minutes? It helps. If you have any questions, comment them down below. I am making new videos all the time. Right now my schedules, I'm uploading 3 times a week. So yeah, I really love making videos. I really love making videos like this where I talk, where you can just listen to what I'm saying and, you know, cook and clean and, you know, even drive and just have it playing on your radio or whatever. Like, I feel like people are able to get to know my values and my thoughts and my beliefs, and that's a really big part of who I am. So that's why I like making these videos.